Good morning. Welcome to Atlanta and welcome back to Calvino's World. A very big weekend in Atlanta. Several events happening that's going to cause all kind of Atlanta traffic. Stay tuned and we'll go over some of the events happening this weekend and upcoming for the next week. But what I have for you right now is the Hapeville bike race that happened yesterday, Friday afternoon and evening. A lot of people sleep on Hapeville, man. And if you don't know anything about Hapeville, what I'll tell you is it's actually a quiet little neighborhood tucked in between 85 and the airport, but inside the perimeter. It probably started out as a neighborhood of Delta employees, airline pilot, mechanics, and stewardesses. These houses have been either newly built or nicely remodeled to be rented out to other Delta employees or newcomers to Atlanta. You know a neighborhood is doing well when they're constantly hosting several little neighborhood events. I've been drawn down there by the Chili Festival, that was pretty memorable event, the Lantern Parade, which was pretty nice, the Day of the Dead. They also have a Coffee and Chrome's car event that I've yet to check out, but I will eventually. Also in Hapeville, technically, well, I guess it's more like College Park, but it's nearby, is one of the biggest and nicest private schools in all of Atlanta, Woodward Academy. If you have never seen it, what I will say is that it has the appearance of a really nice college campus. If you don't believe me, go down there and check it out for yourself, or at least take a quick look at their website. If I were looking to move to Atlanta and could not find a house in Morningside, Emmett Park, Grant Park, Armwood, or East Atlanta Village, and was determined to still stay inside the perimeter, this is where I might consider moving. But let's talk about the bike race yesterday. It was actually a little better than what I had expected. I honestly thought it was more of a community race event because I was considering, just a little bit of bringing my bike and entering the race, but I don't have a race bike. What I didn't realize is that it is a semi-professional event. Actually, what I learned is that if you're looking to become a pro racer, this is the type of event that you would start out as and how you would get your credentials. So there were different categories: men's, women's, kids, over 50s, etc., and a little bit of prize money on the line. I'll attach a pic because I don't remember exactly what the prize amount was, but it was very well done and definitely was something I could not have entered with my cheap Walmart bike. Well, I guess I could have, but I probably would have been a little bit embarrassed. So it was set up as a very tight circuit going just a few blocks around the neighborhood, and in some of the turns there wasn't much room to maneuver at the speed that they were traveling. So I was very surprised that there wasn't at least one wreck. I wanted to stay for the other events, the food, listen to the music, etc. It lasted from 4 to 10 p.m. The individual races were only 30 minutes long, but it did go all evening. And if you're interested, there are two other races at later dates. I believe one is in College Park and the other one may be in Union City. Again, I'll attach a link and you can look up the information for yourself if you're interested. Anyway, I had a good time. I'm glad I went. You should probably check it out too if you want to see a semi-pro entry-level bike race. And all right, as promised, the big events happening this weekend. We'll go through these quickly. You can always pause, rewind, but the big one will be the Dogwood Festival. This will be the main one that's causing most of the traffic, but it won't be the only reason. It'll be a combination of other events that's also happening nearby, including the Atlanta Wine Festival. The Atlanta Wine Festival is probably only like a mile and a half away from Piedmont Park because it's down in Old Fourth Ward Park, right off of Ponce, across the street it's on North Avenue, across the street from Ponce City Market. But at least it's not a parade. Oh, by the way, did anybody go to the 404 parade? That was our first one. There were lots of 404 events last weekend. I heard it was pretty good, but if you went, please leave a comment below and let me know how it went. I know also last weekend they also had the Soul Healing Picnic. Again, I have no idea how that went. I'm just curious if anybody went to that, because if you enjoyed that, then you will also enjoy the R&B Soul Picnic, which I do know about, which is another huge event, not happening this weekend, but it's coming up in June. I just thought I'd put it out there in case you were interested and you could plan ahead now. Now, if you're looking for a much smaller family-oriented event, there's also the Urban Forest Fest down. What's that neighborhood? It's north of Cascade and west of West End. There's a huge forest preserve over there. It's kind of west of Westview Cemetery. If you know Westview Cemetery, some of the locals will know that. And there's actually a nice walking trail over there that I went to several years ago. I may have to feature that one day. And speaking of smaller events, I actually filmed content for this one last weekend. It's the Halidome Food Hall. It's an interesting place. They've done a lot of marketing. If you're in the area, you know exactly what I'm talking about. One of the new things that they've tried, that they actually started last weekend, was having an outdoor market. And if you know anything about the location, it's right off of Moreland, which there's plenty of street traffic that's driving by. But a lot of people don't know what that place is or have skipped it. But with the outdoor market, more people are likely to stop by. I'll put out that video I filmed last weekend pretty soon here. Back to the bigger events, something much more closer to my heart. Atlanta United has their game tonight. And if you've never been, that's one, please go support them, man. They got to climb the table. They got to turn the season around. It's still the beginning of the season, but they're at the bottom right now. I think they're in 10th place. And it's a critical point for them to turn the season around. We got Almiron back, so we should start seeing a few more wins rack up. Another huge event also happening this weekend that I did not know about. The 2025 Pokemon Regional Championship. My niece and nephew would absolutely love that. If they ever see this video, shout out to them. Anyway, now further south, they also have the Thrift Con. Something I was a little wary of posting because I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna go to a thrift store, there's plenty of little smaller mom and pop thrift stores throughout Atlanta. East Atlanta, Little Five Points. But this is one of those like huge touring type things. They go to different cities, and you may or may not have to pay an entry fee. I don't know. I just thought I'd put it out there because I know some people are really into thrifting, and so they might enjoy that. What else we got? That should take us into the night. Let's see. I don't really do a lot of nightlife videos and that type of thing. You see what type of content I put out, man. So this is a weird one. So Oakland Cemetery has, if you don't know anything about Oakland Cemetery, man, it's more like a park, man. They have like 5K races, music events, concerts, Halloween events. I think they even have a farmer's market. I mean, just all kind of crazy stuff. If you've never been, you should at least go one time so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I might film some content from there in the future as well. I think that might be one I might be able to pull from the archives. Anyway, there's also the Atlanta Fair. I'm not sure how much longer they're going to be in town. They usually come a few weeks or a few months out of the year. They'll come 2 or 3 different times during the year. They're right off of 75-85 across from the GSU campus, just south of the Capitol building, like 1 mile south of downtown. Should be something to do at night if you're not into going out to the bar scenes and that type of thing. And of course, if you are into bars and all that, there's always different rooftop bars and events and lounges that you can go to. One of the things over in West Midtown is the virtual reality Squid Game. Everybody seems to rave and review about that. It is a little bit expensive. I think they charge like $60 or $70 per person. But I haven't heard a bad review yet. Everybody seems to love that thing, man. So if you get a chance, check that out. And okay, that's all I got for you this weekend. I'm sure there's other events that I may have missed, or you may have know of an event that you can leave down in the comments. Now, upcoming during the week, there are several little smaller events, like at Oakhurst, not to be confused with Oakland Cemetery. Oakhurst is a neighborhood kind of right before you get over to Decatur. They have the Oakhurst Jazz Night that it looks pretty interesting. There's also the free yoga at Colony Square. They give you a free mat. Again, it's absolutely free to enter. A way to get your exercise on during the week. So if you're in Midtown, it's something to do. Downtown during the daytime, if you're needing to take a chill, relaxing lunch break, you can also head over to Broad Street and check out one of their live performances. You have to check the schedule to see which days they're active. If I can, I'll try to attach a link. But the boardwalk is just like a small little plaza in the middle of the city. It's not far from the Westin or the Ritz-Carlton or the American Hotel downtown. So you could probably just walk or catch a streetcar if you're needing to catch a quick, chill lunch break. There's actually a really nice coffee shop right next to it, and as well as a Korean restaurant just around the corner. Also during the week, there's the free cardio dance class hosted by Midtown Alliance. This one will be, I believe, at the North Avenue MARTA station. You'll have to check the website or Google to make sure. At the end of the week is the Earth Day Bike and Movie at Piedmont Park. Basically, it's just bike to the outdoor movie event. Last year it was at the dock at Piedmont Park. You do have to pay a ticket ahead of time. So this one is not free. And that takes us to next weekend, which is another big weekend. One of the larger events is the Sweetwater 420 Festival. Now, if you are in my age bracket, the one that stands out to you the most is Cypress Hill. Now there's obviously other artists there as well that may or may not stand out to you more. But luckily for me, I did get to see Cypress Hill a long time ago at Music Midtown, and it was one of my core memories of Atlanta, with an absolutely massive crowd back in the early 2000s. There's also the Wing Fest next weekend. I don't know much about it. You'll probably have to bring more. I'll probably have to bring you more information later in the week or in the next video. And just to get out ahead of this, coming soon is the Tokyo Mario Kart. You've seen them on Instagram or YouTube or something. They're basically touring the U.S. and they will stay in Atlanta beginning in the summer and going up into the fall. Now, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, it's one more thing that's going to mess traffic up, but I'm pretty sure you're going to need to buy tickets early for that one, as I'm sure they're going to sell out pretty quickly. Anyway, there'll be other events and other updates and other future videos. I just wanted to throw out a few things that I know are happening this weekend and for the upcoming weekend. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. That's all I have for you right now, and I'll see you on the next video. Y'all be good to each other. Peace. I hope this video was able to inform or entertain in some way, so if you got anything out of it, please return the love and hit the like button to help me grow the channel. It really does help. And if you happen to be going through a difficult time, please remember to get out there and explore for yourself. Live in the moment, live in the now. Take the time to appreciate all the little things and find the joy in life. Tomorrow is never promised. Forget about material matters and simply be grateful for each and every breath. Morning is always a new opportunity, one more chance to start over. And most importantly, just be good to each other. We're all we got. It's really that simple. And as always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.